used to feel really guilty, hurting people. And when they were in pain, I used to get really upset because they were in pain. I was a really sensitive tattooist, I suppose. Yeah, I think you sort of with experience, you know how to deal with customers when they sort of are in a little bit of pain. Before I was very anxious. It's a scary situation to sort of want to put yourself in, knowing it's going to hurt. So I was a little bit weary about it all. But I knew the family and I trusted the family, so I wasn't even worried about being happy with the tattoo afterwards. It was truly just a pain thing. I mean, afterwards it was just relief. Relief it was over, relief that I was happy.
I felt quite nervous but excited at the same time. The reason why I felt nervous is because I felt like it was going to be like painful and just felt like it might have gone wrong or something.
I actually went in there wanting a very ladette sort of tattoo, and I got talked out of it really, because it was like, think about what you're going to do in the future, you know, do you really want this? And I came out with a really nice bird of paradise, which I was really happy with. I didn't feel pressured into changing my mind, but it was nice to have somebody else's point of view on it. So there wasn't really a meaning, it was just sort of the time in my life where I wanted to go and get that done. But there's no regrets.
I got an Irish shamrock on my wrist, and it represents like my family because they're Irish, and it was purposely done for my two granddads and my nan that passed away, and it was like in memory of them.
There are different ways of seeing a tattoo. I see it all of the above really. You can generally tell people that just will walk in and want a tattoo for the sake of having one, you know, but then they will see it as art. You know, I see these days tattoos are a lot more personal to the person getting them. Having a tattoo could be a great way of looking at celebrating life, or a great remembrance of someone you've lost, or just something to add to a piece you've already got, or a great fashion statement as well. You know, it just depends on people's interpretation at the time.
I feel like people look at my tattoos and think like they're crap, and no, because it's more common to get tattooed these days.
I used to be very aware of what people thought, especially being in this business, because you become quite well known in the areas that your shops are in. So people sort of do look at you, and you still get a few that will sort of look down. But again, it comes to the previous question of how you carry yourself. I'm a mother, I'm a full-time worker. You know, I work a lot of hours, and I'm very proud of the job that I do. So I don't think people judge me now on tattoos.
I think that tattoos are addictive, personally, because when I got my first one, I just wanted another one done after it.
I believe that they are addictive because it's one of the pains that you always forget. You know, it's like, you know it hurts, but in a couple of weeks somebody will say, did that really hurt? And you're like, yeah, but I can't remember how much. And that's why we always get back in the chair. I used to get these couples that been together for 2 whole weeks, and you know, getting each other's names and bits and pieces done, and you can just sort of see it's not what she wants or he wants, and you can generally sort of start reading people's body languages and stuff. But I mean, obviously, you've got to let them live their life. So it's hard to sort of express an opinion without hurting people's feelings. So yeah, I mean, every now and then you'll get the odd tattoo that comes through and you think, I really don't want to do that. But you know, well, you can't tell people no, you can't stop their opinion either. So.
The best advice for someone to get their first tattoo is to make sure it actually means something to you, so then you won't regret it later on in life, and before you go to actually think about it and plan it, and make sure it's what you want.
The only advice is just to choose wisely, really. I mean, there are a lot of options now. Obviously, you can get cover-ups and you can get removals and bits and pieces, but you know, if you're going to go through that stage of getting your first tattoo, a lot of people have been thinking about it for a long time. So just make sure you do your research, you're happy with the artist that you're going to, you know, have a look at their portfolio, go in and meet them. You know, we just get a lot of people come in that want to come in just to meet us and make sure they get on with us. You know, you have to feel comfortable for your first one.